Hey folks, it's Nick over at Outdoor Theory, and today's video is going to be a little bit outside of our normal things that I like to talk about, but I mean life right now is a little bit outside of the normal realm. We're on home isolation right now. I live in New Jersey, and we're right at kind of the epicenter of this whole coronavirus melee. So most businesses are closed. I still have to go to work, so I have been still out in the public, but while I am not there, we were told to isolate. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to get fat and depressed and have a hard time coping with this. I emotionally have been very good, and I'm making the best of the situation. I'm still hiking out in the woods and doing solitary activities, but that's usually how I am on every day, regardless of this. So, our hearts are out for everybody who is sick, and there's a lot of people in my area that are infected right now. So, we hope that they recover well and that the risk is mitigated. But at the same time, we gotta do our best to live on and make the best of this scenario. So, one of the things that's important in my life, beyond just the outdoors, is also like I enjoy going to the gym, but my gym has been closed. We're not allowed to go. So what do? We're going to start working out at home, and when you don't have equipment at home, you have to get a little bit of creative. So I kind of shared one of the things I've done with my friends, and they seem to have a pretty good reaction to it. So we're going to talk today about my lat pull down contraption that I've made at home. Let's take a look. Okay, so the start of my contraption here is this bucket, and it's just your standard 5-gallon bucket. I went and bought 80 pounds of concrete, and you can see I also have this eye bolt mounted into the concrete. Now that eye bolt is about 6 to 7 inches long. I put a nut and a washer on the end of it that I buried into the concrete so that it would hold and wouldn't pull out when we're putting some force against it. I use this anchor shackle just basically because I had one. You could use a carabiner clip or some kind of clip, but the important part about all this is your whole system here is only going to be as strong as the weakest link in it. So you have to make sure the weight ratings are good on all the pieces. So that particular shackle is like 1,000-pound rated or something like that. This bucket here is going to weigh about 80 pounds. So the cabling I have here is 3/16 steel cabling. Once again, weight rating is going to be more than enough. And I kind of used one of these little loop bands and then some clamps here to hold the cabling, and that's going to be more than enough. Like, you can strip the coating off that wire before you put these cables on, but once again, it's not like there's a couple 100 pounds here. This is just 80 pounds, and I have the cabling here. If you follow the cable up, you can see I have this pulley system up top, and this is what your cable is going to ride through. You can see this L bracket that I have on top. I have it bolted in multiple spots with just a lag bolt, and I tried to get a bolt near each pulley site. Now you can see these carabiners up top. Those are there. I can now remove this. Obviously, I'm not going to have this here all the time. But for right now, when I need it to work out, like, I have these carabiners connected so I can remove them. You follow it down here. I'll try to get out of the sun a little bit. But I have another, same on the other end, system with another clip and an eye bolt that I drilled through this pipe, and I have a lock nut and a nut on this end. This is a 1-inch black steel pipe. I actually got it this way. I didn't have to cut it. I didn't have to, it had these rubber caps on the threads, and I just left them. And that would be your basic system. If you look at it, I'll get back up here a little bit. Basic setup: bucket, bar, wire, and then I just pulled up a little stump that gave me a good easy seat. Alright folks, so I'm going to show you how this works, or at least what it looks like in motion. I've been using this now for 3 days. It seems to be holding together well. just as a safety point, never make sure that you're underneath the weight as you're lifting it. I try to keep my feet out to the side, so God forbid something were to let loose on this, it's not going to drop and break my foot. Same thing when I'm doing the cable, I'm not pulling it into my face, I'm kind of trying to pull it into my chest. So God forbid something let loose, like you're not going to, you know, injure yourself, or hopefully you don't injure yourself badly. But like with any time you lift any weight up off the ground or something that's over your head, you just want to be very careful. By no means am I you know, designer of this equipment, but it's getting me through a tough time, it's keeping me active, and I think that part of this quarantine or this self-isolation is about staying active the best you can, because if you're just going to sit on the couch and be a slob, like you're just going to get sick, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, the best prevention from this virus, in my opinion, is really to be eating right, you know, making sure we're taking our vitamins, making sure we're watching our diet, and then we're staying active the best we can. I mean, the distancing thing is important, but you know, we're going to get through this and buy this, and I think a big part of you know, staying healthy is staying active. So, you know, just a short, quick demonstration, and I usually will do this for like 5 or 6 sets, and then maybe 15 reps per set. This is a lighter weight than I would usually lift at the gym, but the pulleys here seem to have a little bit more resistance. I think what I'm going to do is design some concrete plates, then I can kind of sit on top of the bucket and still clip in, to add more weight to it. And try to go that route and get a little creative with some other equipment. So here we go. And it's as simple as that. Like, you know, this weight's a little bit heavy for me to be doing some like extended pull downs this way. So once again, I might make some lighter weights to, you know, do some different exercises. I can do some curls this way. But in any case, it's just good for my back workout, and I incorporate this obviously with a bunch of other body weight exercises at the house. I'm doing a lot of push-ups, some other stuff too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not really in our normal wheelhouse for the channel, but this channel really is about being self-reliant, and this is a big part of self-reliance. It's like, you know, adapting to situations that are maybe outside of the norm. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.